Yo, NL is like the family guy of Twitch for real. He's hilarious. Joy emoji. If you're not easily offended. I love this message. It's one of the funniest
Oh,
messages I've ever. Yo, Apollo, I just realized you're like the family guy of Twitch for real. Joy emoji. You're funny AF dot 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 if you're not the type to be easily offended.
I'm gonna head out, man.
All right. That was and slash marker.
I don't know why when you said 5 to 10 minutes, I didn't like you did like a little intro song like I usually do, and then when you messaged me, I was like, didn't you say 5 minutes? Like,
I know.
what the hell, man?
Time keeps on slipping.
Yeah, time
As
caught me slipping, man.
as the dude Steve Miller, if he ever does like a collaboration with Lizzo or something like that, time caught me. You don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
No,
I'm gonna stop right there. Lizzo is a contemporary
I mean, I know who
pop
Lizzo is.
artist. She plays the flute.
Yeah. I got you.
She's
I
had
mean,
some
I could
summer
piece
jams
together.
over the last couple of years.
It ain't
Did,
summer no more.
did you
Literally.
see Adam Levine from Maroon 5's horny texts? You couldn't
Oh,
have
is that
missed them if you were on Twitter.
I feel like I saw Mouth use
Yes.
that as a meme format. Yeah, that was good.
Fuck. Holy fucking fuck. Your body is so unreal, it blows my mind. I may need to see the booty.
Bro, like I think the male group is just unhinged when it comes to horny. Like completely. The more and more people who get their like horny stuff leaked, it's like, oh, I guess everyone's just the same in their inability to handle the horniness of themselves.
I did love when I was looking at it on Twitter, there was people reply with like the meme images that are like a picture of a horrible NBA performance. It'll be like player's name, 0 points, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 0 rebounds, 16 minutes. And I was like, that makes sense to me. It was very funny. Maybe you got to be into basketball. How about this one? Wow, you're like 50x hotter in real life. So am I. Hee hee.
What? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know if he actually said hee hee, but
I mean, we can all hear it now, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I believed you.
oh man.
Dude, so he's not like married or anything?
No, he's married. The reason that
Oh, no.
it became kind of exposed is because he messaged his mistress on iMessage and said, let me know if this is over the line, but I was thinking about naming my next child after you.
That's awful. What the fuck?
You've never seen Seinfeld, right?
No.
There's an episode where Jerry's getting hot and heavy with Elaine's secretary, and they're dirty talking. And then there's an unseen moment of dirty talk where then she goes, I'm out of here. And then Jerry's relaying the story to George, and he says, well, she starts talking about her panties. So then I said, oh, you mean the panties your mother laid out for you? And that's the same energy radiating off of that DM.
Definitely, yeah. I just like, how bad at dirty talk do you have to be to say something like that? I'm gonna name my next kid after you.
Dude. Oh, I don't think he was
No.
dirty talking. I think he was actually asking like for her blessing.
It's not. It's still bad. It's still awful. Like, there's no reason to ever say that, unless you're like talking to like a hero, I guess. You know, like, oh, you saved us from this fire.
Yeah.
Brave firefighter. I'm gonna name my next kid after you, and then at least it's okay then. Not, oh, we're cheating on, or I'm cheating on my wife, and you're so cool that even though I still love my wife, technically, I'm gonna name my kid after you.
I think it's what happens to your brain if you've always been like hot and rich. You don't
Probably.
need to be good at dirty talk. You know, you got other weapons. If you wanna be turned on by audio, you need to find like a ghoul. You need to find Smeagol. Smeagol will be whispering some shit in your ear that'll have you weak in the knees. You just wait till the Gollum sex get leaked. This would be like a record low productivity that day.
The most unsettling mental image you've ever cast. for me. That's awful.
Did you see the one where it was like, who TF my mom talking to? And it's this image of this guy's mom's texts on a cell phone, and the phone screen is like so broken, and the contact name is Pharaoh, and it says like, hey Pharaoh, my temple needs its Pharaoh. Hello King, hello, come hither Pharaoh.
What is wrong with the human race, man? We gotta start over, dude. This ain't gonna work. We gotta pull it back. This is awful.
Twitter's been kind of good lately. Unless you're Adam Levine, in which case I imagine it's been like a pretty fucked up week.
I mean, it's kind of deserved, honestly. Self-inflicted, really.
I saw another comment that said, the biggest own of Adam Levine that I've ever seen is that he looks like someone who went to a tattoo parlor and said, give me some tattoos. I thought that was very clever as well.
Burn. That's so good. Hi, yes, I would like to buy a tattoo.
Oh, man.
That's how I felt when I first got mine. I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And now
you're doing either.
Hey, it's a good tattoo, all right?
Also, I've invited you 75 times.
Oh, sorry, this interface doesn't tell me when you do that. So I assumed you were just like introing, you know, just like doing like a monologue.
That's
Put
fair.
overlay up.
I do kind of, well, I've had my camera out for a while, but that's just because I'm getting ready for Dick Skin December. Which I believe I mentioned. But you know what's really bad for getting dick skinned? You know what's really bad for your diet is having a 2-year-old that the only way she'll eat right now is if I eat the same thing and then we cheers. So I, like this morning, she was having like a granola bar, but she wasn't really into it. So then I got a Kind bar and I said, cheers, and we touched the granola bars to each other, and then I ate my granola bar. So it's like, but now I have to eat like what I normally eat plus the calorie count of what a 2-year-old eats, which is not much, but it probably adds like another, I don't know, like 900 a day or something.
Dude, children are so easy to fool, man. Like,
dude, you don't even know. Sometimes yes, but sometimes no. Like, if they decide they don't want to do something, best of luck. Like, when you try to brush a toddler's teeth when they don't want their teeth to get brushed, it's like trying to give a cat a pill.
You just gotta hide it in a hot dog, man.
Well, I hide a toothbrush in the...
Yeah.
You think I got an electric toothbrush for my toddler?
Well, while they're chewing on the hot dog, you know, you turn the button on. I gotcha.
You watching that new Jeffrey Dahmer thing on Netflix?
Who the hell is Jeffrey Dahmer?
Who the hell is Jeffrey Dahmer? He most famous serial killer of the 20th century. He kills people and eats them.
Why would you ask me specifically that?
Because he's a fucking hottie.
Oh no! No, of course I'm not watching that, man.
It's like a 7-year callback, I think.
Yeah, from the old days, the before times.
Yeah, when you could still make jokes about serial killers being attractive. Everybody in the Ted Bundy documentary, he disarms you with his hotness. Then they show a photo of Ted Bundy, and it's like he's looking like a pirate midway through scurvy. Just couldn't resist his animal male magnetism.
Yeah, man. You eat enough people, suddenly you become what you eat, you know? I know, I think Richard's daughter once said that she wants to stream because he streams. What are you gonna do when your daughter's like, oh, I wanna be like Dad, I wanna stream?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like against it. I think as long as you have to be like real responsible as a parent. If anything, I guess like the fact that I've been on Twitch for so long and been in the industry for this long, at least I am probably more qualified than almost anybody on earth to be like, okay, maybe we can find a way to like do this responsibly. But definitely not till they're like a little bit older. Like even I have like an 11-year-old niece, and she shot some like TikToks during the pandemic. What's funny is that 11 probably seems insanely young to you, but she seems like a senior citizen to me because I'm around a 2-year-old every day. So I'm like, holy shit, this baby is like, she's fucking tall. This is a tall ass baby, dude. She's like, I don't know, she's like 4 feet tall. That's crazy. But yeah, she shot some TikToks, and you know, it was like her TikTok vlog was like, here's what my favorite color is, and like ask me more questions in the comments if you want me to answer them. And I just watching it, I was like, the only person that would watch this is like also 9 or a huge creep. So I would keep that offline. So for a while, wait till they're a little bit older. So Richard's daughter, she's got to be like, she's probably 9 or 10, right?
I don't know, probably.
A little older, maybe? I can't remember.
Yeah. No, I don't think she'd be older than that. But I don't know. Someone in chat said I've seen a VTuber and have her daughter on stream with her own VTuber. I don't know if that's like cute or unsettling, or both.
I don't know. I think it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. It's just, I mean, tell me how you feel about this, because this was my prediction. I think I said this a few months ago. I think in like 15 years, it's gonna be all VTubers. Like that's just gonna be streaming. Is VTubing?
I don't think so.
I think so.
And
dude.
I'm not like I'm not anti-VTuber, but I will be like the first person to admit that I don't get it.
Well, no,
obviously people
is,
love it, and or like a lot of people at least love it. But I think I'm part of a camp that is just like I sort of don't understand it. The same way like when people go to like McDonald's and then order like a fillet of fish. It's like obviously it's been on the menu for 30 years at this point. So somebody's ordering it, but when I go to McDonald's, that's just not what I'm there for.
That's fair. That's a good metaphor. But there's two things. One, you are possibly just finally old now. Like that
oh, yes.
This could be your moment. But two, I mean, in 15 years, the technology is going to be probably way better, right? Like,
yeah, but why would I want to have an animated version of me on the screen instead of the real me? It just seems like...
Well, it must be convenient to like the body that you have, man, huh? It seems pretty...
I don't love the body that I have. I mean, I had like back hair.
I
had back hair when I was like 16 years old.
Yeah, some bald.
I'm bald. I had one incredibly swollen testicle that required surgery when I was in high school. I'm just saying it's another piece of software I gotta have open.
Well, that's why you gotta get the 2 PC streaming setup, obviously.
Oh, man.
Dude, who can you believe people who do that, man? Fucking Justin, like what the hell?
Kate does it.
Doing?
I think she still does. I know. Anytime people are like, should I go 2 PC setup? I'm like, yeah. If you like hate having the easiest job in the world and want to make it harder for marginal gain.
I don't get it, man.
I mean, if your stream goes down, you get to not go down.
Dude, this is impossible.
This doesn't make sense. It makes sense. Okay, I was just being stupid.
Oh, you just wait. Yeah. Okay, we're both. Yeah. Okay, I see.
Yeah, I know. There's VTubers that have enjoyed my content, and I'm like flattered. Again, this is not anti-VTuber. I'm literally just saying, like, for some reason when I see it, I'm like, you know, I'm not saying it's hurting anybody. I'm just like, wow, I had no idea that this was like as popular as it is, and it's insanely popular and growing more popular every year. I'm not like a 70-year-old, or let's be honest, like a 47-year-old boomer in my truck taking a photo with my sunglasses on and being like, show your face. I'm just like,
Well, that's the thing is, I think regardless of what we think, that's my prediction. My bold 15-year prediction is that it's just going to be dominated by VTubing in all facets.
Could be done, like analytics-wise, it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know. 15 years? Maybe I'll probably be gone by then. Not from the Earth, hopefully, but from the website, hopefully.
I'm here for a long time, not a good time.
That's the opposite of the normal. Of the song. Yeah.
Steve says that all the time, so I just stole it from him.
It's a good line.
It's a good, yeah. It makes people stop for a second, like, wait, what? What are you doing, Hunter HHHH?
Yes,
come on, man.
I'm watching the same person.
What are you doing?
Losing it.
Okay, you know he would have won.
Honestly, it beats me. I don't want to know what anyone else does on this cursed website.
I'm like, what do you mean?
Honestly, at this point, I'm like, just go live. Pretend this is you know, me streaming. Oh, fuck you. Me streaming.com, and like, just pretend that like nobody else exists on the website.
Can't possibly know what you're alluding to right now. I just don't understand. It's just weird. I feel like this is a weird anecdote.
I just want to be a guy. You ever see it's like a heartwarming film, Old Boy. It's about a middle-aged man who gets to live the dream. His housing is paid for. His food is paid for. He just gets to do push-ups and watch TV all day.
I know nothing of it, but continue.
I'm kind of like that's how I aspire to be on this website. It's a hot lobby today. Hot lobby.
I'm fucking gonna go to Hobby Lobby, dude, and I don't know where the stroke's going.
What are you gonna get at Hobby Lobby? Like some ancient
I don't know, is that
Assyrian
place...
biblical tablets?
Hey, wait a minute, I remember that one.
Pilfered from the cradle of civilization and smuggled to the worst chain store in the Midwestern United States.
What a story though. Like I mean, honestly, credit to Hobby Lobby. I wouldn't have expected it, you know.
It's an ambitious level of crime.
Like if you would have told me like it was like a Walmart deal, like that's Walmart. They're crazy, dude. But Hobby Lobby?
If it was Walmart, the story never would have made it to the press.
Probably, yeah. How many artifacts do you think they're sitting on to?
It's a good question. What do you think is larger in surface area?
Okay.
It's a genuine question.
Okay.
Switzerland, the country, or the surface
All the
area
Walmart.
of all Walmart parking lots put together?
Switzerland, the country.
You think so?
I think so, but probably by a lot too.
What about Switzerland or the amount of toilet paper used in a Taco Bell bathroom in 1 year?
Probably Switzerland still.
I have here's a genuine question for you. When they count surface area,
Yeah.
does Switzerland get like a buff because it's got so many mountains? Like 1 square kilometer that's flat is just 1 square kilometer. But like 1 square kilometer that contains a mountain peak, that's like, it's a cone. It's like, it scales exponentially.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know what I'm talking, you know what I mean?
I don't know how it's officially counted. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't know that.
No, I don't. I'm not a what's the word? Map
I don't
maker,
even know.
cartographer.
Yeah, I have to feel like that's an industry that's kind of been going out of style for about like 700 years.
Dude, but when we start colonizing space, man, probably don't want to use that word.
Well, I think it's okay as long as there's no aliens already there.
It's true. I mean, I feel like we get more excited if there were. Like, oh shit, the old days, we're back.
No, we do it like differently this time.
Yeah,
For
we're less obvious about it.
Sure, we would no, we would. I think we could coexist with the aliens unless they look like really weird. In which case, like if they're like roughly humanoid, I think we'd be like like we gotta coexist. But if they're just like a big ball of goo or something like that, I think it's no holds barred.
I don't know, man. People vibe with the goo monsters. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but nobody in a position of actual power. It's all, they'd be like, oh, don't harm the goo aliens, and then, be like, oh, but then guess who I see using a cell phone? Guess who you didn't want us to exploit the goo aliens, but here you are posting it from a smartphone. Was made by goo alien labor. Well.
I didn't make the phone though with the goo. I killed like the entire lobby, by the way.
Oh, you weren't laughing at the goo jokes. You were laughing at your
Yeah, I did.
Your crimes.
I killed almost everybody, I think.
I don't think I'm dead.
I'm thinking I'm good.
I'm dead.
He's mad at me. He can't get him up.
This level's actually impossible.
No. I won't fuck it up this time. I simply cannot fuck it up.
Yeah, you're in a good spot. Unless you get greedy. No greed, no greed.
No greed. There's no
greed.
Lying is fun. I hate to admit it.
Yes. What?
Oh, mountain. I haven't seen that. This has been 800 years.
Round 2, Fall Mountain?
I tell you, the game's broken, man.
Holy cow, what's going on, man? Run into items to collect them. Don't get distracted by the leaks, okay?
Nah, I can't, dude. I don't even like leeks.
Wow, it's one of the most delicious vegetables for sure, but...
Yeah, true. It's also one of the most delicious dramas.
Not really. It's just kind of like...
Yeah, just kind of...
Just kind of there.
You're P1.
I am P1. That's because my feet don't leave the ground. My feet don't leave the ground. Greatest
Jumping
pivot
is
in history.
apparently faster.
That doesn't even make any sense. You're not generating any power when you jump. I'm not dead. I've never been more alive.
It's you. It's you. No, it's not you. It's Alien Man. No, it's you. It's me.
Oh, it's me!
It's me!
It's me!
It's you.
It's me! Holy cow.
Oh, 2-round winners. It's just that easy.
Will we qualify? Yes, we won. Oh, dude. Wow, these are gonna be some fast lobbies today, apparently.
Yeah, apparently the game even... I don't know, I feel like this update's pretty good. I don't know why no one's playing.
Yeah, no, what else are they fucking playing?
Right?
I don't know if you've been watching the news lately. There's no shit. There's no shit out there.
Everyone stop shitting, man. It's a catastrophe.
I've been playing Google Chrome for like a month and a half.
Right, dude? I've been playing fucking YouTube algorithm for like months.
You laugh, you lose?
Yeah, just like you click on YouTube and it just goes, here's some videos, and you just click one and then you just start clicking.
You've been doing some React content? You know what I didn't realize, in the same way that I didn't realize how big VTubers were? How big TikTok Reacts were? I went to Twitch homepage and it was like, hey, here's some content you might like. And someone was watching TikToks. I don't know how many TikToks you've seen. They always start with text on the screen and a robot going, POV, you are the last brain cell in my brain when Harry Styles comes on stage. And then the streamer that was reacting to the TikToks was repeating what the voice said, which was repeating what the text said to begin with. And it was just like, by the time the TikTok was over, it was just POV, you were the last, and then they like chuckle a little bit at the end of it and they move on to the next one. This shit was driving me crazy.
I mean, that's just where we are now, man. You just fucking scroll to the next video and it's the same joke 600 times over. I don't know, there's some funny TikToks though.
It was actually like the baby bird. Oh, I love TikTok, but this is like baby bird content consumption. You need to wait for mommy to chew up the 30-second video for you and then spit it out. And then
people were fucking bored as hell, man. Like, what are you supposed to do? You're right, there ain't no shit, man.
Ooh. It's you and one other. Me and who?
Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah, he's pog crazy. You know what this looks like right now? This looks like a temporal pincer movement. He's pog crazy. Oh!
But pay out the believers.
53%. Let's go. Bro, you totally just Robert Pattinson that. Let's go.
Yeah, I did.
Movie.
Which one? Lighthouse?
Tenet. The Tenet?
Tenet. He's in that one too. I forgot.
Yeah, he's like the second.
The Tenet.
He's the secondary protagonist. Because you can tell because the protagonist is called the protagonist.
Right. Isn't what was his new Christopher Nolan movie? Was he making? Is it like a war movie? What was it?
He's making Oppenheimer about the guy who was part of the Manhattan Project.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Christopher Nolan makes space movies. That's
yeah, I know, right? Like I don't care about that shit. I'll just read Wikipedia. Yeah, right. Like, I bet it's gonna be great, or at least maybe good. Here's the thing: is there ever gonna be a moment where Robert Oppenheimer goes to meet David Bowie in Colorado Springs, and then at the end of the movie you're like, holy shit, you don't know which Oppenheimer is on stage and what Oppenheimer is in the fucking tank? I don't think so. Then I'm not paying to see that shit in D-Box. I'll catch it when it comes to Netflix like 3 years later, okay?
Yeah, call me when Oppenheimer's stuck in the Tesseract, man. Like
exactly. Call me when he's using beams of light to manipulate dust to transmit information on a dimensionally temporal context, okay?
Yeah, man. Call me when he fights himself backwards, all right?
Why don't you call me when he got these scars, okay?
These are Christopher Nolan movies, sort of. Well, the last one was.
Yeah. Well, excuse me, The Dark Knight is a Christopher Nolan movie.
I totally forgot.
That shit put him on the map.
Good movie.
He was already on the map, but he was only like in Australia where he was like born. But then The Dark Knight, people were like, whoa, bad, bad, it's the bad.
It's Batman.
Bad.
Look,
That's Batman.
I maintain that no one gives a shit about Batman, and it was just an entire Heath Ledger carried movie.
It's possibly, well, okay, now I understand what you're talking about. For a second, I was like, this is the most insane take I've ever heard. Batman, he's very popular.
Yeah, but he's like boring.
In the Batman, the best part of the Batman is Batman. That is a movie that is not necessarily carried by its villains.
I've never seen the Batman.
Well, it just came out, and you clear your schedule.
Oh, that's the new one.
It's 75 hours long.
Uh-huh.
If you saw that shit in D-Box, your bones would still be healing to this day.
Is that Robert Pattinson is Batman?
It is Robert Pattinson.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about Batman or Superman. DC is just bad Marvel, and now Marvel's bad Marvel, so like fuck superhero movies now. I'm off.
Marvel only had the two missteps in the last 2 years, and
Yeah,
all
but they're,
the TV
they're in a
shows.
row.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty true.
Marvel ended with Spider-Man, dude. That was it. They peaked.
Honestly, I think they peaked with the Endgame. That was it. People can bat chest it all they want. It's like the ultimate bat chestable thing. That's like a once in a generation cinematic experience to see in the theaters. That being said, I've had 3 of those in my life. I think that at the Dark Knight opening night when everyone was like, Batman Begins 2, and then they left the movie being like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And then Superbad as a college freshman when it came out, and I was like, this movie is like made with real people.
Endgame was horrible. You're not impressing anybody.
The Endgame for me was when Iron Man 1 came out, and I said, what is this schlock? I'll be watching The Umbrellas of Cherbourg. Sorry, I can't afford movie tickets. I buy every Criterion Collection DVD.
I have 6 different copies of The Great Gatsby.
Nobody, listen, you don't know what you're talking about. Everybody hates the film adaptation of The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, that's why I meant the book.
What does that have to do with movies? We thought we were mixing
Exactly.
metaphors. Now we got books and movies now?
Exactly. That's the whole point. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, then you nailed it. Then you nailed it.
Right? That's the only way I can be relevant.
Ooh. And I would like buy a game or like get given a game for Christmas or something like that. And let me give you a great example. I got this game. Is the most fucked up way to start a game I can recall. In James Bond 007 for the Game Boy, you start in like a Southeast Asian fishing village with a broken bridge. And you just walk into houses, and then you start talking to people, and they're all going like, I don't remember. You know how you get out of the tutorial and you fix the bridge? You know, with the classic James Bond stuff where he's doing cool shit like fixing bridges with a hammer? You gotta go into a building, and then there's a painting. You press a button they don't tell you about on the painting, and then there's a fucking hammer behind the painting. You think you're gonna be James Bond shooting a gun or something like that? I couldn't, for like 6 months, I was just like, oh, boot up James Bond and, I don't know, walk around the Mekong River for a little bit. Then eventually I was like, maybe I'll look this up on Cheat Code Central. Oh, of course, I gotta go up to a painting and build a fisherman's house, press B, then I get a hammer, and then there's a bucket of nails, and I can fix the bridge, and then I can finally start being James Bond.
This sounds like RuneScape, dude.
It's crazy.
You just gotta buy the Nintendo Power, man. Like,
I had a Nintendo Power subscription. I did.
ooh. Well,
Great magazine for impartial reviews. So don't get me content ID match with this Hatsune Miku stuff in the background.
right? Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh fuck. Guess we'll probably just leave the show.
Fucked up.
Oh fuck.
I mean, I died too. I got nowhere to speak, but that was the funniest shit.
Dude.
It kicked me out of the lobby.
Oh man, it's a tough day today. It's a tough day today.
Yeah.
I don't want to play against people who buy the Hatsune Miku skin. I'm scared. Those are gamers.
I just want to play in a full lobby. Is that too much to ask?
It is kind of crazy, right? Yeah. You ever see an Ann Getty's calendar?
What is? There's like a Gaddy's Pizza where I used to live.
It's probably not the same thing because Ann Geddes she's a famous photographers, and she was famous for taking photos of babies like wearing adult outfits. Like the baby would have like be like playing a saxophone or like smoking like a fake cigar or something like that, or it'd have like a flower petals around their head. My grandma has not anymore, but she had a ton of Ann Geddes stuff. We'd get her like an Ann Geddes calendar for Christmas every year.
Well, I mean, it's cute. I think honestly, like my grandparents had a bunch of, I don't even know what you call it, like their house. You walked in and you just knew instantly that it was an old person's house. Like you just like
your baby playing basketball, baby with like suspenders on. You're like, that baby's an investment banker. You know what I mean?
You're really on that. I was trying to, but yes, that's fair. I mean, babies in suits, yeah.
Speaking of which, I actually watched The Boss Baby. Did you know that The Boss Baby has the most insane plot? You probably did not know this.
Okay, here, fill me in.
Okay, the plot of The Boss Baby. You think it's just a baby that maybe is also a boss. That's fucking wrong. We live in a sham world. We live in a clown world. Where the veil has been pulled over our eyes. You don't realize there's been a lifelong feud between babies and puppies to soak up the finite amount of love that can come from adult humans on planet Earth. Oh no. Well, no. It's big fans. You can keep going. Okay. So there's a war between babies and puppies in order to win as much love from human beings as possible. Okay. You following so far?
I'm following.
The baby side is facilitated by a company called Baby Corp. Baby Corp is in charge of the babies' supply in the world. Some of those babies are sent down to be with loving families, but some of those babies, in like a true Brave New World sort of way, have been identified to be superior babies. They're kept babies forever by drinking a special scientifically formulated anti-aging milk, and they're in charge of making all the executive decisions in order to ensure that babies don't lose a war to puppies and miss out on human love forever. So, enter the Boss Baby. The Boss Baby is a secret agent working for Baby Corp that has been sent down to be like a man in the field in order to help the babies fight back against puppies, because the leader of Puppy Corp is about to release a puppy that is going to make people never have babies ever again. Because it's a puppy that drinks the anti-aging milk and stays a puppy forever, so it doesn't grow into an old dog. So they gotta use, they're doing secret agent stuff to try to stop Steve Buscemi from releasing a never-aging puppy that will crater the amount of baby love that's gonna exist on planet Earth and lead to a insane population crunch. Also, if you suck on a pacifier, you go on like an LSD trip, and it's just... When Kate put on the movie, I was like, I get it. It's probably like a movie. The baby wears a suit, and it's like, get me a bottle, toots, or something like that. It is nothing like that at all. It's crazy. And then there's a sequel, and then there's an inner,
Oh wait, how does that guy tell me how it ends, man? With the Boss Baby, does he win? Does all the puppies die?
Yeah,
like what happens?
They fucking win. Okay, they drop Steve Buscemi into the puppy de-aging juice. He becomes a fucking large baby, and then they just kind of like take him away. And then the Boss Baby's like, I got promoted at Baby Corp, so I'm going to become like the CEO of Baby Corp. But then the kid who was his big brother is like, I'm offering you a job as my little brother. So he chooses to quit his job at Baby Corp in order to become a little brother, because the love of a family is irreplaceable. But then there's a fucking sequel. So I don't know what's going on with that. And then you remember Bumbershoot, Bandersnatch, the Netflix Black Mirror interactive one?
Yeah.
There's a Boss Baby Bandersnatch we haven't watched yet. I guess you can interact with the story, and you get like a choose your own adventure type deal.
Dude,
it's madness. I don't know what they were thinking when they made Boss Baby, man. It's crazy.
Well, I'm just like, there's a lot of logistical problems already that I can see. One of the main ones is like, you wouldn't want a puppy forever. Like, puppies shit and piss, and they're like so full of energy. Like, it's a nightmare. Like, you get the puppy because, you get like, oh, it's like 2 months, it's so cute, and then they grow into a dog, and you're like, oh, okay, now,
thank God.
Now I have a friendship. No longer am I dealing with this shit. Like, puppies forever would be terrible, man.
That is how I feel about my cats. Whenever they like get up to some shit, I'm like, shouldn't you be sleeping right now? You're old.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed you the de-aging boss baby
I'm
milk.
never feeding them the de-aging juice. If anything, I want them to drink the get old juice.
Oh no. Someone's
Not old enough to face
here come
health.
The comments. Literally wants his cats to die. Like, oh
No,
my
I
God.
just want them
Can you believe
to.
this guy?
I
Why
just
do
want
people
them to
watch him?
chill out a little bit.
That's
I
fair.
just want
My
them to
cat's chilled
relax.
out.
Ruka is not chilled out. Yesterday, couldn't find him. I'm like, okay, he probably got out and is dead. And then I go searching through like every nook and cranny in the house. It turns out he's in the baby's closet. I try to get him out of there. He's like, no, I don't want to go. And so I shook like this container full of pacifiers. He thought it was treats. Dummy. Comes rushing out, close the door right behind his ass. Fuck you. You know the other thing in Boss Baby, they show a pie graph of how like love is distributed throughout the world. Baby's like 35%, puppies like 50%. Then there's one that's 2 rings, like spouses. That shit is like 2%. The Boss Baby's making some serious, like they're taking some shots, man. I gotta watch.
Chewing though, right? Like,
I gotta watch a YouTube essay about Boss Baby, dude.
I'm just saying, man. If I had to choose between a spouse, a baby, and a dog, I mean,
I see your kind when I'm out walking the baby. They're walking their freaking Shiba Inu on a leash, their French bulldog. They're saying, "Hi, baby, baby, you want to go pee? Baby, you want to go pee here?" And they think that somehow I'm gonna move the stroller out of the way, so I'm dead. I was grabbed and I was grabbed mid jump as always. They think I'm gonna move the stroller out of the way. I'm not moving the stroller out of the way. I'm occupying the minimum amount of real estate on the sidewalk that it takes for an adult man and a baby to be on the sidewalk. You and your dog can get close together. Why don't you just pretend like you love each other?
I mean, there's too many different jokes I can make here.
It is annoying when you're
listening to their masters, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
It is annoying to walk. Do you ever like find yourself walking and somehow you end up between like a 55-year-old married couple that is pretending they're not together? The wife is walking like 5 steps ahead of the husband, but they're both going to the same destination, but the sidewalk's too narrow, so you find yourself somehow like you've spliced the invisible thread that has connected them, and you're just trying to like get around, but the dude's got a baseball hat on, he's walking with his hands clasped behind his back, and you're like, can you guys just be normal?
I don't think I've seen that, but I've definitely had the couple that's being way too overly affectionate and like blocking the entire fucking thing.
That's
like
annoying.
walking hand in hand slowly. Oh, like that was such a fun dinner. Oh, like the best part, you know, when they brought out the third course. Like, can you fucking move?
When you on this great performance, by the way, on the sidewalk, it's 2-lane traffic. You could take up the opposing lane, the oncoming lane, if nobody else is coming, but if somebody else is coming, you have to yield that space to the person that's taking it up. And way too many people refuse to do that. But I'm telling you, you should just get a stroller, because people make way.
Yeah, dude, stroller is it's like a beacon. It's a baby beacon. Also, we're playing the same 3 games. Roll up, Jinxed, and like, do they have like anyone working on like the fucking like game generation?
We get some different algorithms here.
Seriously, man.
That's the grocery. Even if the grocery store is narrow, there's an implied left lane and an implied right lane. Okay. You don't get to stand in the middle and be like, you know, if you're looking at canned tomatoes, you park it on the left. If you're looking at pre-made salsa mixes, you park it on the right.
Also, yeah, you never park it in the fucking middle. Good, don't never do that.
Do you live in a place where if all the street parking is full, people just leave their car in the lane they were driving in and put their 4-ways on?
No, we have so much unnecessary parking here. Like, it's just every parking lot's 10 times the size it needs to be.
What are you doing? I'm not leaving. Oh! I
think you've made an error.
Yep. All right, I should have just stayed on my own wave, honestly.
I appreciate the attempt.
No, don't take your shopping cart and yeet it across the store like you're in air hockey. This is just
Dude, I am turning 30 in a few months.
Yo!
Well, no, this is a bad thing because I still do the thing in the parking lot where if I have a very far away parked car and I have a shopping cart, I skateboard that shit. I ride that shit, man.
It's only gonna take one. Well, you're gonna put on like 7 pounds more than you're used to. It's gonna completely change the center of balance, and then that thing's gonna wipe out.
Dude,
You'll never be the same.
You got a bunch of groceries in that thing. It's weighted down.
That's true. That's very true. That's pretty true. I'm gonna live this time.
I'm not gonna do it in the store anymore. But like I said, if I'm in the parking lot and I got like a lane. Because I park far away. I'm not one of those guys who's like, I'm going to waste 5 minutes driving around looking for the perfect parking spot. No, I'm just going to park in the first available spot that I see, no matter how far away it is.
We had a great discussion about this, I think, when we played You Suck at Parking. People have very strong opinions about parking. Did you know, and I don't know, maybe you're part of this group, so maybe I won't say my true opinion right away. There are people who think that the only reason someone ever backs into a parking spot is to brag. Or... there's narcissists who believe that the only reason anyone would ever back into a parking spot is to uniquely inconvenience the person experiencing that person backing into the parking spot, thus slowing them down from getting into TJ Maxx by like 4 seconds.
It is a bit insane, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you need to back into a parking spot in a parking lot. I think unless
it's just easier. I know it sounds insane, but you got a better angle for viewing, especially if you got a backup camera. It's just easier to park it back than it is to park it front.
I don't know. It's so easy to pull out of those spots when they're because like they got I don't know. In Texas we got such big parking spots.
Right, that's true. I assume. I've never been. Well, I've been to the 2 major airports, I guess. But I took a plane there, so I'm not familiar with the parking situation. Ooh. I'm just like, I've never looked at someone who was like, they pulled into a parking spot and been like, wow, weak. I'm a serial back-in sort of guy. I've never looked at someone just pull in and be like, wow, why don't you take a look at this shit stain? I'm throwing this shit in reverse. I've always just thought live and let live in the well, I guess they do have that show called Parking Wars, so it is like it's a contentious issue, but still.
I'm just so used to, going in the, I don't want to say the normal way, but, the easy way.
Sure, yeah, in drive. Fair enough.
Until I need to master the parallel park first before I can start backing into spaces,
Help me. Sorry, lads, we're chilling. Don't. I've never seen the end of this. Oh, I tried.
I think I eliminated a team. I took him out.
Good stuff.
Where is he? I gotta see. He's in the middle there. He's the red guy. I killed him. I killed their whole team.
Parallel parking is... I've gotten decent at it because I've had to do it a bunch in front of the daycare. But, I mean, it's the inferior way to park.
Oh my
God. That's why I like when you go to places and instead of like parallel street parking, they have like those little angled spots on the side of the road. That's the only time I actually pull into a spot is when they got the diagonals. Because I'm like, that's... Backing into that, I've got to do like I've got to find the chiral form of the parking spot in my head when I back up. Nobody's got time for that.
No, dude. That's angles, man. I haven't done geometry since 10th grade. I don't gotta mess with that. Yeah.
I never watch YouTube. Like, I mean that sincerely. I probably got like, they're like new video recommendation, overly attached girlfriend. That's I'm guessing that's still on the top of the queue.
Dude, I watch so much YouTube. It's bad. But yeah, no, I was saying earlier, you just let the algorithm take you on an adventure, and then suddenly 3 hours of your time have been totally wasted with no accomplishments whatsoever.
Actually, I said that I hadn't gone on YouTube for a while, but that's not true. Remember, people were like, here's a video of Spider-Man eating shit at the Marvel Avengers campus.
Yeah.
I watched a bunch of those. And then you linked me to the Optimus Prime one, so I watched a bunch of those. And then I watched like a 10-minute little mini documentary about how they made that Spider-Man for the Marvel Avengers campus, where it's like it's a sick like humanoid robot that does like gymnast pose in the air and stuff like that. So it flies like a human being, and it like looks really realistic, but it does things that are not safe for a human being to do. And then I went back and watched all the videos of it eating shit, and it's so much better. Because now I'm like, man, it took like the smartest people on earth to make this thing, and they're like, yeah, it was 15 years in the making, and then it's like, okay, Friday, here we go. It's just like it blue screens midair, and then just smashes into the tower and takes it out.
Oh, dude, man. There's a video I saw the other day that's so good. It's one of those you know, like dog security cams, so someone can like watch their dog while they're away.
Oh yeah, okay.
And it just cuts in, and all you hear, there's like, you see like the front door, and then to the left there's like one of the staircases that like wraps around.
Okay.
And then that's all you can see, and then all you hear is and then nothing is happening on the screen. You just hear this fucking crashing noise, and the dog slowly comes looking around the corner up the stairs like, what the fuck is that? And a fucking just 7 different pieces of a Roomba come flying down the stairs. It's so good, dude, because the look on the dog's face is like, what is going on in Miami, man?
Roomba falling downstairs
is so good.
Here it is.
It's one of those that even explained to you, it's still funny to watch.
Oh man, you're right, dude. The algorithm's crazy. You know what just got recommended after watching that? This Janet Jackson bass line breaks laptops. I gotta see that.
Bro, I mean, I hate clickbait titles, but I love clickbait titles too. I love to hate them.
What happens if you pass a portal through itself? I gotta see.
Oh, that's minute physics, man.
Holy cow!
I watched that. The algorithm already fed me that one. I ate it for dinner.
It's not clickbait. It happened. What do you mean? How did they pass a portal through itself? I didn't even know we had those.
That's so good. Yeah, that's the dangerous thing, is that like people have gotten so good because like it's technically all like AI. Like people think that like people like made these titles, but no, like the algorithm picked which titles should work and which ones shouldn't by feeding the videos. And so like the robots have chosen the titles for us, man.
That's why I still title every episode Northernlion plays Fall Guys, episode 175. We're still here.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Okay, I'm not dead. I
don't know
almost
what
died,
I was.
but...
Well, okay. I have to blame myself. There's no other choice. I tried to take the purple when I should not have taken the purple. More blanks in titles would pop. Yeah, but I think it's like, it's bullshit because I think it might be like a TOS. You're at least skirting the guidelines. But I think it would be awesome if you just could title a video like, this fall guy blanked my blank. Like asterisk, because it looks like you're typing, this fall guy sucked my dick.
Fucked my ass.
Yeah, like that's what your brain finishes. Your brain's breaking the TOS. But actually, those are just spoiler tags. This fall guy grabbed my bean. I think that it's not my fault you're horny, and when you fill in blanks, you're like, oh, swallow my cum. Like he didn't swallow my cum. He inhibited my progress, okay?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with this.
You're filling in the blanks with the most filthy shit of all time, being like, how could you type this? I didn't type it. I typed asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Your Occam's razor was shaving your pubes. Is that how that works?
Yeah. No, don't think about it.
All right.
Oh my god. People are, look, we say this every time. I feel like every time we're on a call together, people are too horny.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I had to talk about it with Omega Strikers yesterday. People, because there's like the boom anime babes that would make me think the wrong things in it. People were saying, why is this game so horny? I said, the game's not horny. Oh, okay, you're dead. I said, the game's not horny, you're horny. The game's erotic. There's a difference. I'm dead. All right, we'll probably leave this one real quick.
Path to doubt.
Needy is not horny. That's like saying, why is this restaurant so hungry? The restaurant's not hungry. The restaurant is providing you food. The game is providing you something to jerk off to. It's not grabbing your hand and putting it on your penis.
I do think we need like a daylight savings for horny, where like there's just a whole like 6 months where like the horny's turned down like 6 notches, you know?
Yeah, I know, right? That's the way it should be.
It would just make life so much better.
Can't you just fucking jerk off like in the morning or something like that, and then go into Twitch chat? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, exactly, no, for sure. I don't know. This anecdote's fine, you know. Might get a little fucking dies of cringe. But like, dude, there's like, I'm sure some people may have seen like, there's a new hashtag on Twitter. It's not new, but it's like finally popular enough to pop up in people's feeds, and they're like, oh, what the hell? It's First Friday. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're ahead of me.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, you know, cool. Okay, it's becoming a little bit more mainstream. You know, it's popping up. That's cool. But bro, like, I click on it. I swear to God, like half the images are like people go like posing in their suits, showing their asses,
Some
like
of
wearing
them
leashes.
Do not have the full suit on.
No, yeah, you're right. And it's like, bro, can you like be wholesome for like 6 fucking milliseconds? Like, we're finally popping into the mainstream here, fucking ruin it for everyone else. Just like keep it in your fucking pants / suit, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, come on, it's ridiculous.
I haven't had Fursuit Friday show up on Twitter for me in a while, but my impression of it, I'm not gonna qualify. My impression of it when it was showing up for me was that I would click on it out of curiosity, which ironically killed the cat. But there would be like the top post would be like, I'm a lion who's also an electrician who wants to get a little frisky. And then I scroll down and I'm like, now I've seen your testicles and I know your job. I know your job for some reason. Like, how did this?
Those are 2 things you're not supposed to learn about at the same time. You
I'm
know?
an Arctic fox who's passionate about ISO 9001 safety certifications at the workplace. And also, here's what my butthole looks like. And I'm like, what the hell is going on, man?
No, I'm with 100%. Like, look, I'm not gonna bat for both sides here. I'm on your side. It's ridiculous. First, I mean, I think Twitter should probably do a little bit of a better job, like, you know, undoing or like you know, unmixing the horny with the non-horny.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, you know, if you want to show your butt, how about a different hashtag? You know, how about we make a Fursuit Friday, but it's my ass instead? Actually, I'm not wearing the suit. Haha. Like, it's just a different hashtag. But yeah, just like, you know, we can have not safe for work hashtags and safe for work. We can have our cake and eat it too. I just don't want to be eating my cake that has cum all over it. Okay.
Yes, like, I agree. Or my cum that has icing.
Right. Exactly. That's the worst.
We don't mix they're immiscible.
Because I want people to feel like, you know, they can, you know, be more open, less prudes in society. You know, sure, hell yeah, but like, I'm eating.
I guess I'm pro having less shame, but I mostly just don't care. Like, it's also not like I clicked on it and I was like, oh, what the fuck? When I clicked on Fursuit Friday, I was like, I'm gonna see some stuff. That's why I clicked on it in the first place. It's not like, you know, I'm not gonna pretend that it's like a moralistic thing where like I've been somehow sullied as a result of having clicked on it. But I'm just amazed at how many people are like, oh, a hashtag. You know what? That'd be a great opportunity to show people what the inside of my asshole looks like.
You think a colonoscopy goes deep?
It's crazy, man.
Why
are you taking pictures of your asshole and putting them on Twitter? There was a hashtag. The hashtag beckoned, and I answered the call.
I hate the people who do like the half measures too, that are like, you know, like they're trying to play both wholesome and horny at the same time. Like, you get a lot of fursuits that have like fucking like harnesses on them, and I'm like, why? Like, what? Like, are
wait,
you trying
harness
to be
like a leash to walk them outside safely, or
well, yeah, like
a dominatrix type,
like both,
guard.
like I think at like the same time.
Huh?
Like, they're trying to play both worlds. Like, it looks like, you know, a harness, yeah, that you just have on a dog to like walk them better, but like, you know what they're actually using it for, right? That's what I mean. They're trying to play both worlds.
You're right. There is a mixing of wholesomeness and horny. Like, people will type insane shit in my chat. Like, oh, I just want like a big tittied goth girlfriend to pat me on the head and tell me everything's gonna be okay, and also suck on the tip of my penis until I ejaculate. Like, you're mixing up emotions, man.
Yeah, just come on, just chill out.
Shit's getting confusing. Sorry, I'm just trying to have it all. Fair enough.
I'm just saying, man, just have 2 different Twitter accounts. Like, it's not hard. Well, I mean, you are hard, but like, you know,
on one of them,
keep it
at least.
On one of them, yeah.
Yeah. The people, I get so annoyed with this question. Do you fear the day your daughter will see these videos? First off, fucking, you that interested in your parents when you were like 15 years old? You're like, oh, let me see what my mom's doing for work. She's answering phone calls. Whoa,
Oh
Paul,
my God.
dude, bad.
Oh,
Bad.
she's at the front
filling out some
desk.
paperwork. But then also, like, I'm not concerned about it at all because I am not like a liar in front of my daughter. First of all, she's 2 right now, but I'm like, I'm a normal human being, you know? It's like, wait, you grew up thinking your parents were like Leave It to Beaver, and then if your dad said the word "come," you'd be like, "Oh my God, Dad, I didn't know that you knew that word." How do you think you're the first horny generation? People were jerking off to pens in like the 1910s and shit like that.
Honestly, people were probably more horny back then because they didn't have enough outlets for it.
Yeah, that's definitely.
You can get your horny anywhere now.
We are probably like, people have no shame about horniness now. But I bet if you were to like take serum horniness levels from people's endocrine system, I bet it's lower than it's ever been
I agree with that.
because of the microplastics.
What if that's what if the microplastics are making us more horny? What if that's the secret?
No, I don't think so. I think sometimes the
25 out of 24.
Sometimes the
sorry.
macroplastics can make you hornier,
Hey.
depending on the shape that they've been molded into.
Are those plastic though, or are they like silicon? The same thing?
Silicone
Rubber?
parts are made for toys. Sorry, it's I think it's Baby Got Back. You know, I read so I've long railed on the fact that, you know, people who are not in good shape will say insane shit like, I don't eat edamame because it's going to give me male breasts. I read a post from someone, and admittedly it was on Reddit, so the source is somewhat dubious. It said, did you know, actually, first off, the phytoestrogens that are present in soy are not only in infinitesimal quantities, but also they're a distinct chemical composition from estrogen that actually competes with estrogen in the male body for the same hormonal receptors. So if anything, eating all that soy is reducing the amount of estrogen inside of your body. So if you don't want estrogen in your body, you gotta eat more. Okay, I don't know. I've gone to. We'll lead us to kings. We'll fucking lead us to. But I believe it because it confirmed the bias that I've had for a while. Thoughts?
I agree with you that it's insane. Thinking that the thing we've been eating for literal fucking centuries, if not millennia, is gonna make you grow breasts.
I've always been like, oh, you don't eat tofu because it's gonna make you grow breasts. Okay, take your shirt off, big boy. Let's see what you're working with right now.
I mean, I've seen breasts. I've seen them, but I don't want them.
So, because shit drives me crazy because the people this is my own trauma. People always type insane shit that's like, man, if I ever went bald, I would just get jacked. What's stopping you right now?
Right?
Dumbass?
Yeah.
Man, if my life got harder, I would immediately start putting in more of an effort.
Dude, someone should sneak into your house and shave your head, man. You'll better yourself, give a better life.
You're just gonna do what everybody else does. You're gonna keep eating the same shit. You might even eat more of it because you're a little sad.
Dude, I feel like, I mean, I'm definitely not the healthiest person in the world, but I do like having the, wait, can I just I do like having the option of sad eating and not having huge repercussions over it.
Yeah, it lasts for a bit. Probably. I'm dead. I got rhino. Oh, you know what? The only thing stopping me from getting jacked right now is I'm too young and I have too much free time. When I'm older and I have more responsibilities, that shit's gonna be on the top of the list. But for now, I just can't tear myself away from the League of Legends solo queue.
I'm almost diamond, man.
You're doing great here, by the way. There's not a lot of people left alive.
Dude, this is the strat.
Yeah, I was doing that, and then somebody came over. They thought they were a little troll. They came over and said, I'm going to take your tiles. And then I jumped in to the arena and immediately got hit by a rhino. No, I think the exception to this is if you have a bad breakup or a divorce, I totally understand how that makes it easier to get jacked. Because you're spending, like, that hour a day that you're spending discussing what to eat for dinner, you can just go to the gym instead. So that, I think, makes perfect sense to me. Everything else, I think, is fool's gold. Okay.
Dude, I'm going all out on these guys.
Please do.
Oh, he's dead.
I'm going blanco mode on these dudes. This is video title. Blanking on these dudes blank. Grabbing these dudes blanks. Till we crown. Blanking 2 dudes at once. Open parentheses. Low grav mode. Sorry. It's just be a really funny video to see pop up on your YouTube homepage. Low grab mode could be the new not clickbait. Eating the blank, this dude blank for me, open parentheses, low grab mode. Ooh, that looked legit.
I'm losing it, man. This guy's good.
Hold. Can I get some triangular ruler emoji spam, please? Hold. Thank you.
I got him!
Oh!
I sent him to the Shadow Realm.
Let's go.
It's not fucking high school, man. Like, okay.
You motherfuckers. You blew Charlton Heston at the end of Planet of the Apes. You blew it up! Jerry!
You blew it!
Jerry, it's not Planet of the Apes. The apes are on the planet of the man.
Oh my...
Planet of the man? But that means... Kramer, this is Earth!
Does Kramer cry?
No, he goes... Like he's got a boiling pot and then his hands go up to the side of his head. They kept ringing the bell.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Seinfeld. I haven't seen Planet of the Apes. I can't relate. You gotta watch Game of the House of the Dragon. It's good, man. It's good.
Oh, I gotta watch Survivor first.
Oh my god.
It's like the same shit.
He's become what he hates.
Well, Survivor is a good show. VIP Daniel, the guy who runs the Survivor website, back me up. Survivor is a good show. A lot of reality TV is pure garbage. Survivor is like fun garbage.
That's fair. I can see it.
Like 90 Day Fiance, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, shit like that is actually like a plague on... I'm dead. It's a plague on society. Like it's actually making the Western world a worse place to live. Survivor is not. Survivor is just like, hey, Survivor's on. Let's have some snacks.
Dude, imagine going on Survivor getting voted out the first week.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
That's gotta blow.
Wouldn't be me because I would appear too physically weak to recognize as a threat.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I feel like you'd piss someone off pretty quick, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can make it on those shows. Big Brother, I'd be gone for sure. Because I'd be the only one doing the fucking chores, man. Be a bunch of like, I'm a 27-year-old aspiring influencer from Los Angeles who doesn't know how to do the fucking dishes. And I'd be like, I'm just a 33-year-old guy. I'm the guy who's doing the dishes. They'd be like, oh, this old guy is so annoying. He's always on us to like do the dishes and like just tie up the garbage bag and take it to the dumpster instead of just pushing down all of the garbage that's in the garbage bag and then closing the lid and walking away as if I wasn't the person who filled it up.
I wonder if you could be so... Has anyone ever tried to be so convenient and helpful on one of those shows that people just want to keep them around because they keep cleaning everything?
It did not work for Roxroy on the last season of Survivor. Roxroy was literally just a guy who thought he was on like a show on the Outdoor Life Network. So people would be like, they'd be playing the social game, like who are we gonna vote out? And he'd be like, come on guys, we can't talk about that shit right now. We gotta work on the shelter. Everybody fucking hated him, and then he got voted out. But he was on the jury.
Bro, there's a new game, Frantic Factory.
Wait, you qualified? You qualified?
Yeah, I don't know what this game is, dude.
That's true. Roxroy did also be very annoying about helping out. He would always be like, come on, good hustle, good look. Anyway. Come on, get the lead out. Get the lead out.
Okay,
There's a lot of characters on Survivor. Like Mike, the New Jersey cop.
Oh,
I'm a simple man. I'm a man of my word. If I'm gonna stab you in the back, I'm gonna look you in the eyes while I'm doing it.
doesn't make any sense. Bro, man, like, come on, dude. That's our police force, man.
Sorry, he's a firefighter. He used to be a cop.
Oh.
How's the Peloton today? Well, it fucking sucked because of like all the firmware updates I had to do, which didn't fundamentally change the hardware of the bike.
You
Obviously.
already did this bit.
Yeah, but then I went to when I have to just get in a quick workout. I did my double stack of 15-minute lane break Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month ride featuring Japanese breakfast, Nikki 88 Rising, Mitsuki and Rina Samawaya. And then 15-minute lane break David Bowie hits ride.
Do you know what you should play right now?
What?
Some Tetris 99. Ooh.
So I'm using the Elgato blue screened my computer 3 months ago, and I have not touched it since. I've just been too scared.
It's a very you thing. Not troubleshooting it at all, just giving up entirely on the whole console.
It's also why I've been playing everything on a keyboard and mouse for like
oh my god.
One day my controller stopped working, and I said, all right, fuck that, I'm out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. I'll drive. One of the tires falls off my car, guess what, it's a tricycle now. Every once in a while I do, and this is like an apropos of nothing at all, I do think of that episode of Pokemon where Brock shows Ash mercy and says, I'm not going to kill your Pikachu even though I could. And then when given the choice, the next day, when they fight again, Ash says, nah, fuck you, I'm going to kill your Onix. And then he's only stopped by the mercy of the children around him, who physically restrain him from giving the order. Is kill or be killed out here? Yeah, he keeps trying to use like Thunderbolt on a rock Pokemon, and it doesn't work. But then there's like a fire, and it sets off the sprinklers, so Onix gets covered in water. And then he zaps him with the Thunderbolt. Onix is on the ground going like... And Ash is like, Pikachu, Thunderbolt! He's gasping for air. He's going, my name's Onix. You're the best Pokemon trainer I've ever seen. You're too stupid to realize he made up his mind 10 minutes ago. Kids are ruthless. It's true, man. Am I the asshole for telling my former friend turned sister-in-law that I'm never going to be her comfort person ever again? Oh, dude, this is a fucking essay. Oh, my God. Holy cow, this is a saga. I, 25 male, used to have the biggest crush on my childhood friend Emily. As a teen, I wasn't very assertive and a little awkward, so I never made a move and just hoped that one day Emily would realize that I was the guy for her. Everybody's been there. The only person who I openly admitted my crush to, although it was kind of obvious, was to my brother Liam, 28 male. He was much more assertive and confident than I was, and would run through girls like water. Notoriously great medium to run through. Water, but anyway, given the situation at the time, you can imagine my surprise when I caught Liam and Emily hooking up. This can't be real. This is fiction. I know that she was technically never my girlfriend, but it still sucked and I did feel betrayed. Turned out they hooked up at a party once and liked the encounter so much they kept meeting up to do it when no one was around. Yeah, that's probably like the most common way to do it, I would say. They would be the assholes if they waited until people were around and then they started to do it. That would be a public display of affection beyond the bounds of normalcy. I purposefully transferred to an out-of-state college so I wouldn't be home as much and lied about getting stuck in traffic when I missed Emily and Liam's wedding, and I showed no interest in my niece, Daisy. Although I still make the effort to be polite when I'm around them. That's big of you. That's big of you that you don't take out your resentment of your high school crush on her child who is also your niece. Sanest Redditor just dropped. I calmly yet firmly told her that we were just kids then, and if she wants that level of emotional intimacy, then she needs to go to my brother, her husband, because I stopped being her comfort person a long time ago. Holy cow. Did you put your name into the goblet? What is this Dumbledore and Harry stuff? Is this a fan fiction? A Harry Potter fan fiction? Oh, the book says calmly, but in the movie he shouts. Okay. Fair enough. Emily cried more, left, and has managed to send Liam, my parents, Emily's mom, and for mutual friends to call me up and tell me I'm heartless and sad for being so spiteful. I can honestly say I'm now over Emily, but that doesn't mean I'm willing to be as close to her as I used to. So am I the asshole? Yes, you are the asshole. But whether you have a crush on her or not, you're still harboring resentment for the fact that she's part of your family but not with you. You got to get over that. But even if you're not over that, the time to bring it up is not like when you're comforting her and she needs some emotional support after her father died. You gotta, like, and I understand it's human nature. When a situation is not at a flashpoint, you're like, I don't need to deal with this right now. I can delay it. We don't need to talk about it right now. But that's when you need to talk about it, so that when you're at a flashpoint and you're bubbling over, you don't start a house fire, you know? You gotta talk to her and be like, hey, just so you know, like, I have to distance myself a little bit from this situation, or like we can't have the same kind of relationship we used to have because I feel awkward because I'm like half on your side because we're great friends and half on my brother's side because we're family, so it's a little awkward for me to do this. You can't do it and be like, well, actually I can't give you sympathy for your father dying because of the fact that I had a crush on you 10 years ago. Like, you've made it about you when you're like a tertiary character in her story right now. That's why you're the asshole. You don't wait until she's in a vulnerable place and then hit her with a kill shot, you know? Like she's downed in PUBG and you're just finishing the job. You gotta handle that. You gotta discuss that at the time of the drop, whether you're going to Rosehawk or C-Dot. I don't see how me not taking an active role in the life of a child I didn't make is me punishing someone. I say hello and give gifts on Christmas and holidays. So defensive. You don't need to be a father to your niece, but the way you phrased it was like, I'm the bigger man because I'm polite to a child, even though I resent their existence. Like, that's that's why people think you're being weird about it. Nobody's suggesting that you don't get her a gift certificate to the mall or whatever, or get her a Hatchimal every December, but at the same time, the way you phrased it, you didn't even really have to bring up the niece, except you wanted some good guy points for like, I don't hate this child, even though they had nothing to do in their own creation. Yes, I did give my condolences because it's the polite thing to do. Not because I wanted to, not out of a sense of human empathy, because I wanted to, not because I wanted to, because it's the polite thing to do, according to the bro code. Yes, I do believe people of the opposite sex can be just friends when they're adults. Also, in spite of everything, I did learn to be more forthcoming with my feelings, which is why I told Emily I can't be her comfort person. Although I will admit there could have been a better way in timing. No, it's not that there could have been a better way in timing. There almost couldn't be a worse timing. It's a huge understatement to say there could be better timing. The timing is almost as bad. That's a once-in-a-lifetime event, like losing one of your parents. It's possibly the worst timing you could even muster in fiction. Update. Okay, I've stepped away. He's always stepping away. I don't know. It's not that I'm focusing on semantics here. The way he keeps phrasing it, like I had to cut myself off from the situation briefly. Like it's just weird. Because I've come back with a cooler head, and I've decided to argue my case even more in spite of, the comments that I'm reading. I am not sorry about keeping my distance, and I've yet to regret not pursuing a relationship with my brother's daughter. What are you so weird, man? She's 8 years old. I mean, if my niece wants an uncle, she's got my phone number. Like, why are you so freaky about it? It's just strange. I've never regretted not being friends with my 8-year-old niece. That's because you're fucking weird, dude. You're being really weird about it. I'm sorry to tell you, but part of like being an adult with friends and family is like some days you're going to be like, oh, I can't wait to get home from work and like, play Tetris 99. And then you get a message from somebody that's like, can I call you? And then you got to comfort them a little bit because that's, today you, tomorrow me. That's what being an adult, that's not what it's all about, but that's part of it. Most of the rest of it is just paying bills. Am I the asshole for feeding my dog table scraps from a dinner my boyfriend made for us? This one's weird, because it's like, so far, not really. It depends on the situation. The problem with feeding table scraps to a dog, I'm not a dog owner, but as I understand it, the problem with feeding table scraps to a dog is not so much that it's insulting to the chef, but that dogs shouldn't be eating human leftovers because it's not, the dog body is not meant to break it down. Update. I accept I'm the asshole for what I said and did to Jay. Some of the responses were harsh, but I see now why I was entitled. Thanks to people who responded. Others going on about her diet. Thanks for the concern, but I came here to ask about Jay, not to get into a debate about dog foods. Shelby's been on her diet for 6 years and is a healthy and active puppo. That's all, and my vet need to know. As for Jay, I apologize. He did accept my apology, but he broke it off. He said that was the last straw for him over me doing things without asking first. He's talked to me about taking things off his plate or his drink without asking before. I've tried to do better, but kept slipping up. That's hard. That's when it's like quitting smoking. Trying to stop taking someone's drink or taking food off their plate without asking for it first. It's just one of those things. It's a tough nut to crack, honestly. I didn't realize I was this bad, so I'm going to work on myself for the next guy. For people that said not going to his place for 4 months is a red flag, that was my decision that he respected. I don't want to go to someone's house or them know where I live the first few months of dating and getting to know each other. I mean, that's fine. Young people are so funny. Sorry, this is really insulting. Through tears. I guess I just need to work on myself a little bit. I really got to stop stealing food off of his plate without having the decency to ask first. It's just so hard. I've really got some soul searching to do. I've got to figure out what's so wrong with me that I will take sips of someone's drink without asking. Am I so broken? This is like pretty minor in the whole scheme of things, but very funny. Maybe because it's minor. You know what? You're right. We should read the comments on this one because the situation is so minor that I bet the comments are insane. It's the way it tends to go. If OP's not insane and the person the post is about is not insane, the comments pick up the mantle. I don't have a real problem with this lady. She, overstepped her bounds a little bit, needs to learn to ask first. No big deal. Yes, you're the asshole. You're now ex-boyfriend. Why you got to put the own in there? Come on. She's already hurting. You don't have to add like a little Salt Bae sprinkle on top of it. Your now ex-boyfriend made a special meal for you. You took a large hunk of that special meal and gave it to your dog. Not only that, but you did so knowing it would upset your now ex-boyfriend. You should have brought dog food to feed Shelby. Okay, that's true. You should have not fed Shelby with people food, and you should not have fed your dog with a special dinner. Your now you triple down? Boyfriend prepared for you. It is wholly irrelevant that Jane knows you mainly feed Shelby a raw diet. I mean, that is true. Also, the title of your post is misleading. Table scraps are what's left over on your plate after you finish eating. They are not a quarter of the roast your boyfriend prepared. This is all very true, but it's given with a certain Sheldonian Cooper-esque air. I'd just say it's maybe a little bit too harsh. I don't know why there became an argument about inflation right after. I guess you haven't been grocery shopping lately. Roasts are expensive. Groceries in general are expensive. You didn't even bother to ask if he minded. You are entitled to food you didn't pay for or make. That's not correct. She is entitled to food she didn't pay for. If this dude's like, come over to my house, I cooked you dinner. She's entitled to that food. She's probably not entitled to take a quarter of it and feed it to her dog. But at the same time, like, this is just insane. So now you've gone too far. Now can I have another bite? Can I have another bite? And do it in his head. 35 cents, 70 cents, $1.05, $1.40. He's like, what am I getting out of this deal? Holy cow, she's eating like $6 worth of chuck. The chicanery. Yes, OP also helped herself to the veggies in his fridge. Even veggies have gone up in price. No shit. It's just a, am I on r/stocks, r/frugal? Like, I just don't understand. Yeah, and you're sitting in a chair in his apartment and you didn't even contribute to the rent. And you know how much rent has gone up? Owner equivalent rent, no less. Like, it's just... Anyway, sorry. Enjoying his air conditioning? Yeah. Sleeping on his bed with the sheets that he washed with the Tide Pods he paid for. Like, it's just, you're right, but you're going way too far. Like, you're going too granular for no reason. Like, you can be in the wrong without having to drag economics into it. You're the asshole. A quarter of a roast is not table scraps. How is the fact that you mainly feed your dog a raw diet relevant? Also, holy entitlement, Batman. User received gold for this post. You made dinner for me so I can do with it as I please. By that logic, it would have been perfectly acceptable to flush it down the toilet. Okay, see, that's better. And then this is why they always, the second poster always takes it too far. Yeah, and use the dude's plate. He wrapped up the whole plate and gave it to her. Yeah, and the food is one thing, but he also had the food on a dish. It's crazy, man. And he used his own energy that he paid for food to feed into himself so it could be metabolized into ATP to provide energy to hold the plate, and she didn't even contribute. Let me introduce you to this new concept called leftovers. It's this amazing thing where you eat some food later or the next day. Holy shit. 10 times Redditors blew out the OP of an Am I the Asshole post. Why you're fishing for cheap owns here? You're the asshole. Veggies aren't cheap either. Imagine spending a couple hours making a nice meal. They raid your fridge, take a bunch of food for a literal doggy bag. OP should post this dude's phone number. Are you crazy? That's a crime. Am I the asshole for making my husband fly coach while I flew first class? My initial judgment, and I'm glad that this is not how the legal system works, is that you can't be an asshole in this situation because it's very funny. If we were flying somewhere and Kate was like, I want to fly first class, there's a genuine chance that I might be like, you know what? To save like $1,500, you fly first class, I'll be hanging out in coach. Doesn't bother me. We're watching the same movies. You're renting a nicer chair. I've flown first class 2 times. It was on the same trip. They were short flights. It was nice to get unlimited wine and snacks and a light meal, but I was like, this isn't worth $1,000. Are you crazy? I'm watching X-Men Apocalypse on a 3.2-inch screen. It's not that big of a deal. You enjoy the first class, and with no resentment, you enjoy the first class. I'll be in coach. I'll be wedged in the middle seat for 6 hours. I'll be watching some 6 out of 10 Jason Segel movie, and we'll arrive at the same location $1,500 richer. Yeah, plus we can still text. We could play chess over the in-flight entertainment system. Anyway, sorry. This really, really bothered me. I understood a first-class ticket for me would strain our budget a bit, but what kind of a man lives it up? Lives it up in first class! While his wife sits in coach. I asked him just that, and he responded, come on, I'm taking you along with my work trip. I earned my first-class seat by working hard. It's my reward, but I insisted if we truly couldn't afford a first-class seat for me, that he as a gentleman should give up his seat for me. We argued, but ultimately he agreed to give me his seat. Of course he did. Clearly he's an educated guy. He's a good earner. He's not an idiot. Of course he lost that argument. We had a good time in Miami, but he's been a little mad at me since, saying that I earned his first-class seat, that it was free and cost us nothing, unlike my plane ticket, and that I should have just let him enjoy what he'd earned instead of guilting him out of it. I think he's being a baby. He should have put his wife's comfort above his own, especially since he made the choice to be cheap. We're very close to his parents, so we've taken the argument to them for mediation, but they are split. His father agrees with me that he wasn't being a gentleman, while his mother thinks he earned his first-class seat and that I should have let him have it. I'll ask all of you, am I the asshole? Bro, who fucking cares? It was like a 2-hour flight in a comfier chair. You guys got problems. Get over it. This is not that big of a deal. Dude, honestly, she is my King Solomon instinct is that obviously on a principle level, she's wrong. He earned the first class ticket by working. The ticket was given to him. If she wants to come along and they can't afford a second first class ticket, she should fly coach because he earned the free ticket. Okay? As a human being who, you know, is in a relationship, who's married, this husband has got to get his head out of his ass. You should be sitting in coach and you're like, holy cow, I get like, especially if they had kids, this would never come up. Because he would be like, holy shit, 3 hours to myself? No, I want to sit in first class. No, please. No, okay, fine, you take, I guess I'll be the bigger man, you take it. I'll be back there. Can I have some more pretzels and hummus, please? Can I be, can I watch 2 in-flight movies at the same time? Can I take a little bit of a nap? I would be pogging. I'd be living the life. I don't care if I'd be making friends in the middle seat. It just doesn't seem like this is that big of a deal. And maybe maybe you could, I mean, there's so many obvious situations here that could, or solutions. Maybe she takes first class on the way down, you take first class on the way back. That's like a literal King Solomon, you're completely fair. Or maybe you just fucking nut up and take the coach seat even though you're in the wrong because it's the easiest way to solve the problem. And then you get back at her by ordering more in-flight beverages, judgment free. And then when you get off, she'll be like, how many Heinekens did you have? And you just fucking lie. You just be like 2. Shit could be like 7. Who knows? I don't know how long the flight is. This is a secret to a happy life. There's so many different ways that you could get through this without it. Now you've dragged in the older generation to have their say. This is not going to end well. This is not like a real problem. And I'm mad at the husband because there's so many different ways you could play this. Like if he was like, this is how you know he's never seen Game of Thrones. Because if he knew who Littlefinger was, he would have said, so I offered to take the coach seat, knowing that if they ever got in a dispute over it anyway, she's going to win the argument and he's going to end up taking the coach seat. He should have offered it to begin with. This gives him some soft power that he's used to improve perception around him, which allows him to then exert his will in a different context. Maybe he gets to choose some restaurants, as a result of that. And not even like in a contractual swap, but just because you've created an environment where, he's more respected as a result because he made a concession willfully instead of having to fight for it. Even though he's in the right. I don't know if I can if I can read the comments on this one because I think that I'm going to lose my mind. Because I know people are going to get lost in the damn weeds. People are going to be like, well, he earned it, so technically he should be sitting up there. That's true, but at the same time, the fucking husband should be like, you know what, you're right. Enjoy yours. Giving your wife a first-class ticket it's going to have knock-on effects that are going to make your life better as well. And the knock-on effects are probably going to be better for you than sitting in a more comfortable chair and drinking like 3 bottomless mimosas or something like that. I know that the principle is she's wrong on principle. But have you never read Diplomacy by Henry Kissinger? Have you listen, dragging out a whiteboard. This is Niccolo Machiavelli. Niccolo Machiavelli wrote a novel in the 15th century called The Prince. And with the Prince, he said, never let a good crisis go to waste. And then you don't understand, okay? Simple. She is selfish, entitled, manipulative, greedy, a me person. This post is like 500 words, man. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. If you're, she spelled the wrong fucking your, dude. It's got 20,000 upvotes. User received gold and deleted their post for this. If you're going to be financially strapped by buying a first-class ticket, then the reality is you cannot afford it and are trying to live above your means. Okay, so what? I mean, like, I don't know what the point, like, what does that have to do with, who cares? Who asked? Well, in order to rule on this, you need to know their exact monthly budget. I hate it. Then just, you see, here's the thing. For some reason, we've been raised in this culture to believe that saving money is a moral good and spending money is a moral evil, as if there's some kind of ethical. And then we got it on it. Get me out of here. Next post. You're the asshole. What kind of wife puts her comfort above that of her husband's? This is not a husband-wife thing. I think a lot of people put their own comfort above the comfort of almost anybody else. A child, different. A child, sure, your own kid. I think a lot of people put their own comfort above the comfort of someone else. This whiteboard bit is fire. Okay, let's go. You're a hypocrite, and you cheated him out of something he earned and deserved for it. Do you realize that we got the fucking... There's like 10 people in the United States of America that are holding everybody else down. You see they got us fighting over the damn scraps. A first-class flight for 3 hours, everybody's in here like you cost them a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You see that we're all out here in the rabble, punching each other in the face for just things they're casting off from the high table. Sitting in a slightly more comfortable chair in the sky, while they feed you like a meal of sous vide salmon or something like that. Because you know they're not sauteing that shit. There's no open heat on the airplane. Shit is all microwaved in like an aluminum bag back at the terminal. They got you turning on each other when you should be turning on the people that make the first class tickets so expensive in the first place. Offer a hand, they'll take an arm. Why are you bringing like the Acts of Apostles into this? What are you talking about? You're the asshole. Not so much for the seat situation, more for your whole outlook on this venture. This was his moment, his trip. He wanted to share that with you, but it seems like that in and of itself wasn't good enough for you. He offered to take you to the Real Estate Notary Public Convention 2022 in Sarasota Springs. His moment. And you took your pants off and took a shit on his Look, she's in the wrong. I just need to keep coming back to that because on a principle, like a pseudo-legal level, is if I was an independent arbiter, the first thing I would say is, are you sure you want to do this shit over this? Then the second thing is I would say he gets the seat because it's his comp ticket from his work. But then I'm zipping up in the bathroom urinal, and then he comes in. I would be like, brother, just one more time. Are you sure you want to be here? Is it really worth it? And then it's his choice from that point onwards. But if he doesn't respond to the men's room arbitration, then I've got to issue a legally binding decision. But still, if you're sticking to outdated gender norms of a gentleman who gives up his seat for his lady, then do you also fetch him his slippers and a stiff drink when he gets home wearing your best lipstick? Why is he? Am I losing the ability to read? Am I losing comprehension? Where does he work? He's wearing his wife's lipstick? What's going on here? I'm confused. So I would promptly apologize for acting spoilt if I was in your position, and perhaps you could give up something you love for his benefit sometime. And you think I'm the King Solomon here. Now she's got to... If you want to make this whole, put your Blu-ray of Sex and the City Season 2 in the paper shredder. Oh, you don't love me? No! That was the season they introduced Mr. Big. Getting her to get the better half of something is frustratingly difficult sometimes. Okay, keep bragging. You sound like Patton Oswalt. Hey, that reminds me of a joke. My wife is so hot. Sorry? I'd love for the update to say something like, my husband met his true love in Coach, who's not a greedy jerk, and now I'm divorced. Sanest Redditor of all time. I wonder if they actually made that post. Am I the asshole for leaving my wife for someone I met on a 2-hour flight to Miami? I think people would be like, you're the asshole. She chose to build her life around you, and then you just go and throw it away for a cheap fling? Oh, but she made me sit in Coach. Oh, delete the gym, tan the Facebook, and do your laundry? Okay, here's one this is coming up after this one. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay my gay son's tuition after he came out to his family? I'd love to see how you're going to bring that one back. I think that's pretty. Just the title itself is pretty cut and dry. I'm going to guess before we read it that it's like, I'm not homophobic, but my parents are a little old-fashioned. They have traditional values and really support small government. So I would have just preferred if he kept his true self a secret, but then he went against my words while having the audacity to do it in a house that I pay for, so I cut him off. He turns 18 in 6 months. Am I the asshole? That's what I'm expecting, and I could be wrong, but I could be wrong. Let's see if my prediction is correct. My son came out to my husband when he was 14 years old. My husband and I are both atheists and support the LGBTQ plus community in all ways except the financial. And we're both proud of our son for coming out. However, here we go! My husband's mother is a devout Catholic and is extremely intolerant of gay people. She is wealthy, and my children were told from a young age their college would be paid for as long as they attended a private Christian or Catholic school. She believes this will keep them from partying, having premarital sex. Well, yeah, but they'll get married when they're like 18. So it's kind of like a loophole, right? Like I don't know if that's, I think contractually speaking, I think they fulfill the obligations, but I'm not trying to judge. I'm just saying I'm not flaming. I'm just saying. This is like that image that's like, I consent. Wasn't there someone you forgot to ask? And then it's like Jesus Christ, except it's like a picture of their grandpa or something like that. During Labor Day weekend, he came home to celebrate his grandma's birthday. He told one of his cousins he was talking to a boy at his college and thought he could trust him. He seemed supportive, according to my son, but he told his mom and dad and my husband's sister and her husband are just as religious as my mother-in-law and outed my son to her. Okay, so the family has a narc. They got a snitch. She's livid and called me and informed me she will not be making any future payments towards his tuition and told me to relay the message to him as she will no longer be speaking to him. World's worst grandma in history. Excuse me, Grandma, I believe there's a mug you should be returning to me right now. I'm going to need to go back. I'm going to need to take that mug back to Sears. What's the refund window like? I hate that he can't be himself with my husband and I can't afford his college. I don't like my mother-in-law and we'll be going no contact once my other two children get their chance to have their tuition paid for as well. It's pragmatic. It's very economical. There's two ways to look at it. She's one way, the unfavorable way, is that she's casting her principles aside in order to suckle on the teat of hatred. The other way is that she's draining money out of the coffers of a position she doesn't agree with, and then as soon as it no longer benefits her, she's out. Now, either way, you could frame it either way, I think. He now wants me and my husband to foot the bill next year. We have $25K saved up currently that we plan on using for much-needed kitchen renovations. Our oven barely works, our dishwasher doesn't work at all, and the kitchen itself is worn down and outdated. My son is calling me an asshole for prioritizing a remodel over his education. We've explained to him our kitchen is falling apart, it's much needed, and is nowhere near the cost of his tuition, so even if we postponed it, we would still be short as his private school is very expensive. I feel like he's an adult and he needs to be the one to deal with the consequences, not us. What? What the hell are you talking about? The consequences, hey, you're old enough to deal with the consequences of you realizing that your grandma is a homophobe. It's time you take responsibility for your role in this situation. Am I the asshole for not using our family's savings to cover his remaining tuition? I feel like I should clear up the kitchen remodel. Obviously, appliances alone aren't going to cost $25,000. The majority of the money is going to necessary infrastructure repairs. I live in an expensive area, and yes, this is what it costs to fix just the necessities. My kitchen will in no way be fancy. I should have been more clear in the original post that I'm not doing a remodel for aesthetics. You're not the biggest asshole in the story, that's for sure. The grandma is definitely like the biggest asshole. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's not a situation you want to be in. Kitchen remodel versus 1 year of student loans. It sounds like their kitchen doesn't really work that well. It doesn't seem like they're getting it redone for an HGTV shoot or something like that just to flex some kind of domestic opulence. It's an unfortunate situation. I feel like the son should be mad at the grandma, not the mom. Son shouldn't have to hide who he is in order to get free college, right? The grandma is the big asshole. There's no doubt about that. It's just a bad situation. I don't know. I say fucking get do the remodel. Do you believe that student loans were like 8% when the Fed fund rate was 0.25%? That shit doesn't make any sense at all. How did they get it? That's like a rent to own furniture store. I can't believe that it's legal in the first place. You should see it now. I guess that's a good point. I don't know. It's just a messed up situation. Dare I say, if you feel like it's a good thing for your country, both economically from a tax-based standpoint, but also from like a we have to live here standpoint, if it's a good thing for society to be as educated as possible, then maybe offer it interest-free. In Europe, they're like interest-free. How about like tuition-free? But listen, we got to take it like one step at a time, okay? Interest-free is not a free loan. It's just a cheap loan that you borrow X and you pay back X. Sorry, I said borrow funny. Have you considered a new kitchen? Look, if she was like, my kitchen's functional, but I want new cabinets, I would be like, you got to pay the tuition. You got to own that. But if she's like, none of my shit works, I'm like, okay, you need a dishwasher. Like, live a little. Read them. Evil Kermit. You're the asshole, but not for not being able to afford it, but for saying it was his fault he lost the money. Yes, okay, that is true. I would agree with that. And I don't think we need to read anymore. Not the asshole. In truth, the problem is your bigoted mother-in-law. So true. Info. How are you going to deal with future holidays? I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't care. Your title is high-key BS. He didn't come out to his family. He came out to the one person he thought he could trust, and that person outed him to everyone else. Overall, I have to say no assholes here. Okay, except for the grandma. Okay. It's understandable you didn't want to dump your savings, and it's understandable that he's upset about losing out on his college. What the hell? Actual sane Redditors in the comments for this one? Am I the asshole for telling my fiance he embarrassed me when he started singing happy birthday to his 5-year-old son at the restaurant? What the hell? Now ex-grandma. Anyway, let's check it. Why not? The title got me. I can't deny it. Anyways, we ordered food, then got the birthday cake, which was a surprise because I thought we were going to celebrate at home so we could be free to sing and play however we wanted. I still had no issue until Ned started singing happy birthday. I was stunned. I was so stunned I almost dropped my plate. He was singing it at the top of his lungs, not even looking around or paying attention to how many people staring at us awkwardly. I felt so embarrassed I kept whispering for him to stop, but he ignored me. Of course, my future stepson was hyped and a little too active, which isn't good when we're in a public place. I expected the staff, the manager, anyone involved to stop him, but no one did. In fact, some woman came up to us and offered that she help us take a video recording. I wasn't in it at all. I froze in my seat looking stunned and a little angry. Like, I understand where she's coming from the perspective of, like, if you're at a semi-fancy restaurant or fancier than that, there's not this kind of situation where people come out and go like, happy birthday, little Olive Garden. It's not typical. But at the same time, I think that the restaurant is still full of human beings. And they would see someone singing happy birthday. And they wouldn't be like, what? They would be like, oh, it's a kid's birthday party. They're just going to sing happy birthday for 5 seconds. And then we'll get back to eating the steak tartare or whatever. It's not that... Anyone that comes up to the manager and is like, you need to comp our meal because we were disturbed by that 5-year-old's birthday party song, you got to chill out. That person's the asshole. He looked at me later asking what was wrong. I didn't say anything except for thanks for finally noticing. He didn't understand what I meant, and I didn't explain till we were in the car. I flat out told him he embarrassed me the second he started singing in the restaurant. His greatest communication skills, yes. Thanks for finally noticing. He said his son's mom is sick. He's trying to do all he can to cheer him up, and that all families do that, and no one had an issue except me. And when I tried to explain, he got mad. When I tried to explain why I was mad, he had the audacity to experience the equivalent emotion and said he no longer felt like talking. When I gave him the silent treatment without telling him how I felt in the first place, that was okay. But after he told me how he felt and then he didn't want to talk anymore, that's too far. He's still salty about me saying what I said and insinuating that I see him and his son as an embarrassment. Am I the asshole? I think he's being too harsh on the whole thing. Would love to know your thoughts on this. Oh, welcome to having a child. You're going to be embarrassed in public. You just got to get over it. You're carrying a little person around that's crapping their pants and drooling, touching stuff they're not supposed to touch, saying stuff they're not supposed to say, hearing stuff they're not supposed to hear, and then repeat it. And then, most sane people would look at a situation like this and be like, oh, 5-year-old birthday party, that's cute. They might even clap along with the song or clap when the song is over. You, on the other hand, are a crazy person. What's wrong with you? He gleefully... I see this person in every thread, man. This is getting scary. He gleefully sang happy birthday to his child whose mother is sick while you sat there sulking in your anger. Are you applying to be an evil stepmother by any chance? You prioritize not being embarrassed over a fun moment between a father and a son. The restaurant staff didn't think it was inappropriate. It doesn't seem like you're a good match for someone with kids. You're the asshole. User received Reddit comment for this post. True, though. I'm a fairly reserved person. I'll be in the grocery store with my kids crying. We're singing Love is an Open Door. It's not necessarily... in the worst possible interpretation, you're like, oh, this is disturbing the people around me. But I'm like, yeah, but I'm placating a toddler. So you're an adult. You've got the emotional toolbox to get over it. You've even got earbuds in right now. It's the way it goes. Sometimes kids are going to do some stuff in public that is disturbing to other people. I know, not disturbing, hereditary, but disturbing And then you just, you don't see a parent like comforting their child and go like, could you do that quieter? You go, okay, I have some sympathy for that situation and I'm, an adult. I'm just going to go get my crispy minis and get in line, Like if I could get her to stop, I would have done it by now. If it was that easy, if I could just be like, oh, sorry, can you stop freaking out? But in this environment that you're completely unfamiliar with, if I just, can you just like delay this temper tantrum until we get home? She'd be like, oh, okay, sure, no problem. Why didn't I think of that? You're the asshole. The kid is 5. Actually true. It sounds like if it were up to you, you'd leave him in a car and crack a window. Okay, I don't know if I go that far necessarily. This was maybe a little too far. At least they cracked the window. I was stunned. I almost dropped my plate. Why were you holding a plate aloft? It's the small details that make me question the veracity of a story. It's like a film noir private eye. The streets of Reddit are crawling with calamari. You can't even shake a stick without hitting a fake post that has 20,000 comments on it. I can't do a saxophone sound, but you get the idea. What does this even say? Am I the asshole for telling my husband I was inviting my brother for dinner and telling my brother my husband wouldn't be home? Am I the asshole for telling my husband that I was inviting my brother for dinner and telling my brother my husband wouldn't be home? Am I the asshole for not telling my husband I was inviting my brother to dinner and telling my brother my husband wouldn't be home? Me, husband, brother, dinner, home? Question mark, question mark, question mark? It does sound like she's going to blank her brother's blank, doesn't it? She's going to cook her brother's dinner. I don't know why you're being so weird about it. I agree as well. I think we should play some Rumbleverse. Yeah, I think we should play some Rumbleverse. Let's see how the new servers are shaking up. No one said that. I promise not to make up people saying things that I want to say, but I want them to sound like they were an outside idea so that people don't assume that I'm just trying to play whatever I want to play. I promise to stop. You look so handsome today. Oh, thank you. What the heck is that? I think I got the wrong screen region. Put up the Rumble anti-cheat. Stop reading Jerma's chat. Is that Jerma's thumbnail? That is like, it's people at a restaurant eating, and then there's like 3 TVs on the wall, and they're all showing Jerma content. Yes, that is real. That's a great image. That's a real bar. They played a Jerma stream at the bar. Really? I did get tweeted yesterday. Somebody said they were at Chick-fil-A and they saw someone watching my video, my Super Auto Pets video on their stream, and then they asked, hey, do you know who Northernlion is? And they said no, so they just went back and sat in the chair alone. It's just a very funny, if true, very funny situation. One of the, like, TV in a restaurant, I don't mind. I find it funny that sometimes people are like, oh, music in a restaurant is fine, but like TV is a step too far. I'm like, it's both distracting. I'd rather have the TV because at least like I can watch the thing that makes it impossible for me to have a conversation with the person across the table. But anyway, I remember we went to a ramen restaurant in San Francisco, and on the TV in the ramen restaurant, they were playing Kinoshita Yuka videos, and I was like, that's brand synergy, man. Because while I was watching it, I was like, I'm eating. Kinoshita Yuka is eating right now. Like, it just felt right, man. Happy American Businesswomen's Day. Oh, thank you. I think that there should not be music playing in restaurants. Maybe is okay, but definitely in any restaurant where you order at the counter. What the hell? If I have to order at the counter, there should not be music playing that could inhibit my ability to make the order. Sometimes I'll get Kate like some bubble tea, right? Get freaking smacked. And the bubble tea place, it's already a complicated order, you know? I should get out of here. You're like, I'll take a mango, peach, fruit slush, regular ice, half sugar, and pearls. And then they're like, do you want green tea or black tea? And I'm like, I didn't even know that shit was like an option. You know, we both got masks on, and then there's BTS blaring in the background at like 100 decibels. I still got it. Like, it's hard. People are like, you lost against bots? Good, then give me the fucking shittier bots. If those bots are overtuned, then give me some fucking baby bots. I want to win. I'm looking for my dopamine drip, exactly. I want my baby bots, baby bots, baby bots. I want my baby bots, baby bots, baby bots. I want my silly Rumbleverse kids. I want my baby bots, baby bots, baby bots. I want my baby bots, baby bots, baby bots. I never know when they do barbecue sauce. Is the dopamine drip not lesser when it's effortless? Nope. That's what's messed up. Part of the reason the human brain is not wired for the environment we presently live in, but instead the environment in which we grew up in. Or which we evolved in, I should say. Easy dopamine is like the best, it's the best dopamine of all. We love easy dopamine. Exactly. Have you considered doing heroin? No, here's the thing. Isn't that the thing about drugs? Is that they need to nerf them because they're like too good? If they made the drugs worse, people wouldn't get so addicted to them. Me running for prime minister in 2024. We need worse drugs! The problem is the heroin is too good. If you were like 80, would you do heroin? No, I don't think so. I might live for like another 10 years after that. I don't think the people that come up with that are never 80 years old. They're always like 18. And they're like, if I'm 80, fuck it, I'll be old. I'll be ready to die anyway. I'll just fucking do heroin. Though you're probably going to be like, I would love to have like another, 2 days to watch the sunlight hit my children's faces. You don't just stop being like a person who cares about being alive when you get older. Maybe if you get sick, sure, but like, you know what would really round out like the last 5 years of my life? On top of all the aches and pains, let's add like a needle drug addiction. Good idea. That's that's sensible. Hold on. I did a lot of damage. I'm insane. Lord knows it's already so easy to be 80 years old. 420 HP. He's the chosen one. More crates. So crates. It's a little Greek philosophy joke for you. I don't know if you're familiar with Socrates. By the way, I've always wondered, whose side are you guys on in the first triumvirate? I want this. It's a question. It's been on my mind for a while. I'd like to get it out in the open here. Are you guys like Julius Caesar stands? Are you more into Crassus or the other guy, who I'm pretty sure is Pompey? Yum, 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 yum. Definitely Pompey. He was the last defender of the Republic. But like, you gotta feel like if you were a Roman citizen and you were like pro-Republic, you probably look like a damn fool during the reign of Augustus, right? People were probably like, oh yeah, this guy would rather go back to living under the Sulla consulship than be ruled by Augustus, the divine will of Octavian, right? Look at how prosperous Rome is under Octavian, or under Augustus, I should say. And this guy wants to go back to like when they had the Marian reforms. But then like a couple of years later, they were like, oh shit, dude, that's Caligula's music. And the music was... Sorry, I should be playing the game. 90 damage away from greatness. Whoa! Get up. I was saved! I was saved! I don't know what happened there. But I'm alive. Top 5. Ooh, hello. I didn't mean to elbow drop. It's like, it's way too punishable. Here's what I can do, though. I could javelin tackle you if I play my cards right. Where is my ass? Way out in the water. See it shitting. Wait, that could work. I was shitting in the Caribbean. I'm facing the wrong direction. I'm getting killed. Animals were swimming away from the shit. Yeah. Hold on, I'd like to T1 you. They on my ass? Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Sometimes that happens.
Oh, she already had something.
Oh, okay. I'll take her out for a nap walk. Hey, Anel, 2 hours ago, I tuned in as you were making fun of young people playing League of Legends instead of working out. Just as I was going to play some Dota instead of working out. Just came back from the gym. Thanks for the motivation. Big fan. You're welcome. I didn't do anything. It's very easy to stand on the sidelines and go, hey, you should work out. It's a lot harder to actually do it. You did the work. So thanks. Congratulations to you. But I also think it's cool to, like, not do that. And I know it sounds like... basically, I have no opinions, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because I know yesterday a lot of streamers were talking about, like, with the 20% pay cut, now I'm going to start making TikToks. I'm going to start blasting my videos out to Instagram. I'm going to make YouTube shorts. I'm going to hire an editor. There's going to be a stream to YouTube video to YouTube short bifurcated with TikTok pipeline. And I was like, man... It seems like a lot of work. Like, if you feel the fire underneath you and you feel the grind and you're like, I want to do that, then I'm like, more power to you. If you're not, I'm like, that's cool too. Life's short, man. Sometimes you look at what you have to do to accomplish something and you say, hey, do I really want it that bad? And you go, nah, not really. To the victor go the spoils. I'll be over here. Don't even worry about it. I'm not doing all that. They're rushing me. I heard that shit coming a mile away. You think I didn't see your ass coming? Think I didn't see your ass coming? Ooh, Goku, aha, 8. I am a ha-ha-ha-ha-ing you. Because I owned you. Don't even start with me with that freaking stop sign. Yum, yum, yum. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, I missed it. Oh, I'm fucking dead. I'm in trouble. That was kind of sick with it, though. Still got super. 13 people remain. Chicken in my pocket. Chicken in my pocket. Whiskey in the jar. Get off of my plane. Go fight this person down here. You'd really fall victim to that? Games Bond. A slurp me? Ooh! Okay, that's a nice cyclone. Gotta give you some credit for a good cyclone. That time, I just give myself anti-credit for it. They got a lot of red juice that did 168 damage. Sucks to have to use your, I'm dead. That was honestly an insane grab. Is that Games Bond Jr.? It was well done. They have 1,600 eliminations. Okay. They never see that shit coming, though. You gotta admit. It's a pretty incredible mix-up. They never see it coming. They're never like, I wonder what he's got. Oh, bad breath. Yeah, I gotta put some respect on bad breath. Nice damn. It's a bot! Let's go! I needed this. It's a bot. That's a bot. This is bot-based behavior. I'm gonna lose to the bot. I'm not gonna lose to the bot. Come on. I need your moves. How is your ass alive? Oh my god. I got that at the res.
You know, I thought this competitor was up for it, but they're back on their feet. Shows how much I know.
I'm gonna die. No, no, no. No!
Whoa! Looks like the refs are launching more crates.
Crates, crate me? Crate? That was legitimately like a 5-year-old person. And I'm very thankful that we managed to get out of that, because that could have gone a lot worse. This could go a lot better for you. So I'm gonna find your ass. Ooh!
I can't believe it! What a display!
My bot lobby! My bot lobby? I lost a step. There's no doubt about that. They say in splat? You splatted?
Is this the end? I'm on the edge of my seat.
Good chop, good chop. Gotta give you credit for your chop there. Where you at? I see you down there.
We might be looking at a new champion here.
Definitely lost a step. I'm feeling like I'm missing some tech I used to have. It's okay, build up some perks. We got meditate, it's positive. Is it a bot game? I don't know yet. Nobody's sprinting. That's like your first sign this might be a bot game.
That's what I call the rumble.
That should have gotten you. In my personal opinion.
You think that hurt? My money's on a buttload.
That doesn't mean everybody's a bot though.
It's Gravel City itself. I hope you like contestants getting wild.
There could just be some bots.
Things return to normal.
Dude, even if it is a bot game, I am pogging. I am pogging. Okay, I see what you're doing there. There's a lot of skyrocket in the lobby. I don't know if that means that it's a bot lobby. Also, that was sick as hell. You don't want any part of this. Point blank throw. Oh, into a slap chop. Oh, okay. That was fucking sick. I love Atomic Punchline, but I love Dolphin Dive more. Because you can do this.
Massive hit there.
This is our position. That's a good Atomic Punchline, honestly. I've been downed and lost super. That hurts. I'm stupid. There's no need for that. I'm dead. I gotta get safe. No, I'm dead! Oh, okay. Okay, ninth. You're not getting off of... Okay, well, you can read a book. See if I give a shit. Go ahead, read a book. Ooh! Give me the fall damage. I love it. Get out of here. Get your ass to Mars. Give me the fall damage. I'm going for it. Good block, good block. That's a... Oh, good Super Izuna drop, too. I'll give you full credit for that one. You gonna elbow drop me? You gonna crate me? Crate this. You're lucky I don't know how to use that move. I'm on the damn awning.
The ring is closing in.
Get his ass. I'm insane.
The Rumbler out of the game.
Which one of you fuckers died? Oh no. I gotta get out of here. That move could kill me before I get super. I do want the perp, don't get me wrong. I'd love to get 2 more reds. Ooh! Enjoy Mars! Be honest, how's your ass alive? That's just rude that they threw a stop sign in the middle of that. Weapon priority. Get their ass. Oh, no, not to me. I'm going back up. I want the risk-free return, man. Someone's coming up. We got to keep him down. I need. Oh, I was trying to throw your ass off the building. I'm sorry.
It's gravital city itself. Everyone's gonna be talking about that. Or whoa, these crates drop so fast. You'd think they'd be a real health hazard, but it's nothing our.
I just don't know where I want to be.
One.
I just had to.
Enough of this kind of action.
I had to pick my spot. Okay. Omega uppercut is kind of goated for water circles. It's not as good as a swing, obviously, but it's something. I'm going to pop super for health-based reasons. Here's the thing. I see a jumper, I can't resist. So we take those. Get off of my tree. I just need you to get off of my tree. Don't forget, if somebody comes up, Omega Cyclone kind of goes insane. Just gotta wait. This is all about patience. 5 gamers remain. Still about patience. He's gonna eat.
Can they finish the fight?
Now your chicken belongs to me. You gotta have situational awareness in these situations. You have to have an awareness of the situation. Yahoo! Don't forget you got that Omega uppercut too. That Omega uppercut could go hard if you land something like this. Help. I'm alive.
9, 8.
Other way. I'm okay. I'm still okay.
8, 7.
My stam. My stam. I know. I understand. I understand what I'm doing. 3 people!
4, 3.
I'm still in the circle. I'm dead as hell.
These two can shake hands and be friends again. We'll stop there. But
I need
can they
stamina.
capitalize on it?
Oh my god! Pop it! It's just me and you! Get me out. Are you hiding?
Witnessing true greatness here, folks. Put your hands together for your winner.
Nice taunt. Still got it. That one, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe it does mean more when you got the dopamine. When you had to work for it. When you're not just handed it. I wouldn't know because that was the easiest win of my life. Crates. Here's what you can do. Watch this. He's insane? Oh my god. Shit. Oh no, 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 no.
Never stops ticking, and the ring never
It was
stops
such a
rolling
miracle
for
that it
the
worked in the
competitors.
first place.
9, 8, 7, 6.
This seems horrible for me. Anything in here? You drop any loot when you died? You can only do it once. Fresh new loot is on its way. Help me. The building's too tall. Stay away from me. Crate me? Just a chicken? I mean, I would rather have spear tackle. It doesn't matter because we're in like elbow drop city. Like anyone around us could easily just elbow drop us from outer space, so we would be dead. Chicken! Oh! Jump scared. All right, at least you killed me with style. That was a good kill. You gotta put some respect on that one. Anything they did probably would have killed me. At least they did it in the funniest way possible. Purple Haze 505. That game was cursed to begin with, man. You're not wrong, too. We're littering the damn bay. Those chairs are littering the bay like lime scooters at the bottom of the Oakland seed line. What? He doesn't even know he killed the defending champ. Oh, nothing I did there was defending. Uh-oh. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I was killing your rival or whatever, but if you want to just turn this into a Jump King, go ahead. You gotta wake up first. Shit'll drive a man crazy.
If they don't want to get clobbered by one of those crates coming down.
As a chicken, I thought it was a chair. Where's your ass? Something! Something! Huge gameplay. Wake up. Oh! You're not gonna hit me with a crate. You don't have the strength. You don't have the right. Oh! How? Big move. Okay, this is an interesting fight we got going on over here. Good block, good block.
Things are heating up.
You chasing?
And the ring is on the move.
Chase that. You can chase that all the way back to Flavortown if you want. I should have gone for a stun. You should have aimed for the head. It hurts. Oh, never mind. I'm not as upset as I was a second ago. The only thing that could ruin its offensive power. Elevation. That should have worked in my opinion. Purple Haze 505? You killed my ass last game. How are you in this game? Fuck this. I wanted the heals. That's why I didn't super him. Okay.
Like meteors from beyond. There's more
Ooh.
crates coming your way.
Okay, 3 red juices. Imagine if we could. Oh, imagine if we can go one more on that. I do like a vicious to go with dolphin dive, but atomic punchline is just a fun move. I just think they're neat.